Hi folks, I wanted to talk today about a concealed carry case that was recently in the news. Although the incident happened about a year ago, July 3rd, I believe, 2022, in a town in Arizona. There was a hero there by the name of Raul Mendez. He was legally carrying a concealed gun at a party when a shooter arrived. And it's been in the news recently because you'll never guess what he's doing now a year later. Let's get into it. So about a year ago, July 3rd, 2022, Raul Mendez is at a party, 4th of July party, with his wife, who was 7 months pregnant at the time, and 2 daughters. About 30 other people, according to the article. They're getting food, doing what people do at 4th of July parties, when the suspect, identified by police as Jason Hunt, he's apparently a neighbor to the host of the party, he enters the party uninvited and unprovoked, starts mingling with some of the people even though he didn't know anybody apparently, then pulls out a gun and starts shooting, causing people to run for their lives, of course. Mr. Mendez was shot in the head. There was a lot of blood, and his wife initially thought he had died. So she grabbed their 2 daughters and some other children and went to a room as far away as possible from the shooter and barricaded herself in a closet. So she did the right thing. Remember the 3 rules to survive an active shooter: run, hide, fight, not necessarily in that order. She did the right thing. And then apparently 2 other women at the party tried to fight Jason Hunt to stop him. So kudos to those women. In all this chaos, they still called out to Mr. Mendez, thinking that he might be dead. He was probably dead, but they knew he carried concealed. So he was like their only hope. Somehow he heard them. So picture this. He's shot in the head. He lost vision in his one eye. He had a broken jaw. Now, I don't know if his jaw was broken from the bullet or his jaw was broken from the fall after he got shot. He manages to get himself up and unholster his gun, put 4 rounds in the chest of the shooter, ending the chaos and the carnage. He's our hero of the day, hero of the week, if you want to say hero of the year. So he's a great example of what to do in an active shooter situation, especially if you're armed, if you're carrying concealed. And kudos to him. Obviously, he had enough training and proficiency that he could, while shot and gravely injured himself, he was able to have enough sense to pull out his gun, aim, and get 4 rounds in the chest of the shooter. Now, the article is in the news a year later. This story is on foxnews.com with a video, because what Mr. Mendez has done in recent weeks is he's become an NRA instructor, and he's begun to teach family and friends about firearms safety. He also wants to teach people about self-defense, and this is as a result of what happened to him personally. So obviously he's got some injuries and permanent injuries from this incident, but he's alive, and who knows how many people he saved at that party, including himself, his wife, his daughters, because he was able to get it together enough to take out his gun and stop the shooter. So this is a great example of why the Second Amendment is important, folks. In addition to the importance of the Second Amendment, this story, to me, brings out the importance of training. Training, and more training. Obviously, Mr. Mendez was proficient enough to put 4 rounds in the chest of the shooter, even though he was shot himself. So in that situation where you're injured and or just under a lot of stress, you have that adrenaline kick in, you're going to have to rely on your training. So if all your training consists of once a year standing at a stationary target, putting so many rounds in that target, you may not do as well as someone who has more training, additional training, different types of training, like moving while shooting at a moving target, that sort of thing, shooting while sitting down, shooting while lying down. Different types of situation, different type of scenarios. There's all kinds of training out there. And if you check the link on the screen and in the description, and you contact Nate, I've mentioned this before, we partner with 2 other great companies to offer training. So if you want more information on that, please hit that link and reach out to Nate to find out what training is available. So I'd like to say to Mr. Mendez, as a firearms instructor myself, good luck and welcome to your new endeavor of teaching people about firearms safety and self-defense. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with anyone you think will want to see it. Maybe you have a friend or family member who's on the fence about getting their concealed carry, or if you live in New Jersey, it's called a permit to carry, same thing. If they're on the fence, if they're trying to decide, this video or this story may help them decide. So I appreciate you watching, folks. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when we release new videos. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.